Since the early 1500s, the American wild horse has been an iconic legend roaming free across the western frontier. Left to forge out an existence across a harsh and unforgiving land, what has emerged is a new breed of horse we see today, characterized by strength, resilience, perseverance, and grace.
It's where I've been and who I am, all the ways I've grown. Blood and the sweat, tears and regret made me hard as stone. On my own, put the work in. Yeah, I earned it. It's my destiny.
Yeah, mommy's gonna bring a horse in.
Yeah, I'm on top, can't be stopped. Shooting my shot. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm the one. I'm a legend. Get what I want. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm on.
The Bureau of Land Management manages and protects wild horses on millions of acres of public land across 10 western states. Since the land can only sustain so many horses and the herds double in size approximately every 4 years, the BLM must gather them and place into holding facilities in order to control overgrazing and to protect them from starvation. But the caring and protection of the wild horse doesn't rest solely with the BLM. Through a public adoption program, they can go on not just to live but to thrive in private homes. The BLM has a great incentive program that pays $1,000 to every person who adopts a wild horse. The adoption fee is $125, and the individual must retain ownership for 1 year in order to receive the title and payment. Every year for the past 10 years, Sam has done her part to adopt, train, and rehome wild horses. From the BLM holding facility located at the Colorado State Prison in Canyon City, Sam and a fellow trainer adopted 3 wild horses to begin their training to prepare them for their forever homes. It's late at night, and after the long journey from the BLM facility, the wild horses now begin to settle into their new home. The sun rises on the first day. With a chill in the air and frost on the ground, the new Mustangs wake to new surroundings under the watchful eyes of curious onlookers.
I first learned about Mustangs through the Mustang makeover. We had a round pen, a 6-foot round pen, and then I had a friend that brought some Mustangs over for training, and those were the very first Mustangs on our property, and that's when I realized like I could actually have Mustangs.
I have a almost 2-year-old son, Rowdy, and he's awesome. He's been a lot of fun and a big change in my world for sure. Definitely different training horses with him around. I've had to, use some resources and daycare and friends and anybody I can find to help me watch him so I can train my horses.
Okay. You're gonna hang out with Auntie Dana, okay?
How's the little boy doing?
He's good. He's throwing sand. Like that.
Whoa!
So I've been a horse trainer for probably since I've started working Mustangs. They kind of helped me become a good horse trainer and build my business.
I don't want him to be able to kick the rope off, and he feels like he might give to pressure, okay? I really like working with wild Mustangs. They have been very versatile and just a nice horse to kind of have around for anything. They literally do everything. Any of the ones that I've gotten, they've been just a lot of fun. They've been good trail horses. They've been good roping horses, actually. They really are kind of nice all-around horses. That was good.
Mama.
This last year with him has been my most successful year with Mustangs. So, you know, I don't know if he made me work harder for it, or I don't know, or if it just helped me in a way.
The first day of training is all about the horse and trainer getting to know each other. This Mustang definitely has some sass in her.
I kind of wanted a mare because I'm a kind of a mare person, and so that was the last pen we looked at, was her pen. But, kind of went for a little bit more for size, but she's really not that big, but she's big enough. There you go. The Mustangs really challenge my abilities, and it's different all the time. So if I get a Mustang that needs something different, I'll try different things. And they're always throwing me for a loop. The Mustangs, they're just so different. You know, they're not like a quarter horse that you raise from a baby. They can be just tough in their own ways, but if you come up with a different way of training, or you know, somebody else's way of training, you know, use different methods, you can find one that'll fit that horse.
Sam had a nice breakthrough moment with this Mustang. Trust is already being forged between the two.
Get on your feet, there's sights to see. Rolling hills or city streets, ocean to ocean and all in between. It's out there just waiting on you and me.
Baby. Look at babies. Look at baby. Baby cow.
Baby cow?
Hi, baby. Cows. Hey,
Hey, cows.
cow. Hi, Dada.
Hey, Rowdy.
Cows.
It's day 2, and now it's time to work the gray Mustang.
Do what you wanna do.
Already he seems nice and responsive to Sam.
Believe in only you.
So the training style I use for every horse. I don't actually change anything for Mustangs. I do change the training style depending on the horse. Now, like, you know, if I get a real sensitive horse, you know, maybe I'll use more positive reinforcement.
It's now the mare's turn in the round pen, and Sam's Mustang, Feather, is here to help. At first, the new Mustang wasn't quite responding to Sam, so she had to get creative, using Feather to encourage the Mustang to move out around the pen.
Wild like a river, wild like the fire in your veins makes you shiver. And
This one I'm kind of.
She wants to come at you a little.
Well, she wants to come at me, but
Not in a mean way.
she's not looking at me at all. So I'm trying to get a little kind of respect built up. The main method that I use is actually Clinton Anderson's, and I've kind of made it my own. I've gathered pieces from everyone. You know, I have a mentor, Uncle Val Geisler. Passed away a couple years ago, but he was a great mentor to me. Gave me some tools for the Mustangs. You know, I've learned a lot from a lot of different trainers, and I'm still learning from other people as well. But each horse is different, so I do have to use different methods for each one.
The family farm that I grew up on has 4 generations. My granddad and his brothers bought it. It was called Rock Brothers. And Rock Brothers farmed sugar beets, alfalfa, corn. They had about 200 head of dairy cattle. I was very fortunate to grow up where I did. 2023, of March 1st, Rowdy Jack Rock came into our lives. So the 4-generation farm thing happened for myself. It happened for my brother and my sisters. But it finally happened for me. And Rowdy is like the most important person in my life besides my wife. And of course my family. But yeah, Rowdy is going to be the next cowboy if he wants to be. Sam came into my life and she was riding all these horses. It taught me a lot about horsemanship, in every aspect of the horse. Like in the amount of 13 years where I came from to where I am now is a huge step, and it's only because of Sam. She's a little intimidating to a lot of people because her talent, she's very good at what she does, and she's taught me a lot, and she loves me wholeheartedly. I follow that girl all the way to wherever she wants to go. Like, horses are our lives, and she's brought that to me. So, I'm along for the ride.
I had a hard time keeping up with him. He's got such long legs. I was like, he's a lot faster than the others. When he stretches out, he moves nice, but then he does his little prance, and he like.
This could be the easiest thing if I'd let it, but I'm too afraid of losing it all. 'Cause if I leave everything on the table, then you might break my heart.
Everything's scary today. I'm happy with him. He's gonna need like a lot of positive reinforcement. Like, he's a little bit of a hot horse. He wants to be kind of thoroughbred, so. Okay, I'm gonna work this gelding that I haven't worked for 2 days. Hold on, not too much pressure, slow down. Might get in here and just run off. Good. He's lazy in his own way.
This gray Mustang doesn't have a name yet, but when he does, it will most likely match his spirited personality.
He's just like, his mind is all over the place, and he's a goofball. know if I want to go to work today. Come on, bud. That's what I thought. Good.
So far, he's responding well to Sam, and she seems pretty happy with his early progress.
There. I figured he'd be a jumper, right? Is that fun? For anyone that wants to go and adopt a wild horse, I definitely recommend having all the resources that you need for a wild horse. So that includes having the correct corral set up. 6-foot fencing is very important. The horses, some of them, are great from the beginning, but can be very wild and want to jump a fence. Some of them can jump a fence from a standstill. Definitely having a trainer, in your toolbox that you can reach out to if you run into trouble. Having someone that has worked with Mustangs before, that knows, about these horses. I think he's dying to go run around the arena, though. He watches those fillies run around there. Love how she wants to run me over. A little bit. She acts like her attention's on me, but it's really on Kate. Get her to focus on me a little bit. I have started wearing a helmet a lot more recently. Definitely the Mustang Classic had a lot to do with that. I, started riding English again and wearing helmets. You can run around as much as you want out in the arena here in a minute. About 11 or 12 years ago, I had a pretty bad horse accident when I was starting a horse, and I got bucked off and hit my head, and I had stitches and a concussion. And after that, I kind of said, my first few rides, I'm going to wear a helmet. Another thing that kind of made me start wearing it more often. I lost a good friend earlier this year to a horse rollover accident, and rolled over his head, unfortunately, and he passed away. And that just made me realize he was a dad, and I'm a mom, and I really I want to be there for Rowdy and for Luke, my husband, and I want to be around for my family. Anything can happen. They can fall, they can just trip, or anything can happen. So I started wearing a helmet a lot more this year on the ground. They can rear up and strike you when you're working with those wild horses in the beginning. So Luke said he will get Rowdy. Okay, we're good.
Unlike horses bred and trained through generations of domestication, the training of a wild horse can be summarized in the phrase, 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Get away from the fence. This wants to be a jumper. This wants to jump the fence. Prancy. Oh, dog! Jumping over this fence. Put your arms up in the air and chase him. There you go.
This gelding has had a shift in attitude, and his wild nature has suddenly re-emerged. Sam's calling it a day and will try again tomorrow.
Yeah, he pushed through this and ran into the round pen one day. That's why he's in this pen. You're already acting like a toddler, so you could just be Todd. Come on, Todd. You're sure standing here a lot better today. Might not go very well. I'm gonna do this again just before I put the saddle on. Since he didn't really like this rope around his belly yesterday. Good, that's better. More worried about that bit now. Oh, he went to the left though. Very tightly. Did you see that? He was like, oh. I'm just gonna flop it around a little bit with him moving. This is all stuff that I do when I don't want to get on one. There's all Quit it. You had your time to buck yesterday. Knock it off. He did that because I tightened his back cinch and his front cinch.
After throwing a brief tantrum, Sam gets him back under control.
Oh, it's up on your shoulders. Oh my God. That's scary.
As a wife and a mother of a toddler, Sam knows time will only allow her to keep and train one wild horse. For Sam, this will be a difficult choice.
And I wouldn't be able to do it without my husband, Luke. He came to all the horse shows and he's always really supportive and helps, watch the little guy. He always hauls me across the country with my horses and he's making sure the truck and the trailer and everything's, in tip-top shape, and we got hay for the horses, and yeah, he's just very good.
After a rather easy and uneventful saddling, it's the mare's turn to run about the arena in her new garments.
Go this way.
It's out there just waiting on you and me. We got no plans. Good things come to those who can. Live moment to moment and all in between. It's out there just waiting on you and me. So look alive, 'cause while I was waiting for you, paradise is on the other side of the road. We don't know, taking a long way. You and I were born to roll.
But with all the progress she's making, change doesn't happen just overnight. She's still wild at heart.